So this is Halo. She is a almost 2-year-old Percheron filly. She's close to 17 hands now. She's gonna be ginormous. But we're gonna warm her up on the long lines, and then we're gonna play with the PVC pipe. She has had 2 other sessions with the PVC pipe, but I'm gonna go ahead and just go through the normal rigmarole. She's shown some slight aversion to it. She's kicked at it a couple times. So we've got a little bit to work through, don't we, babies? All right. You obnoxious creature. Not in your mouth. Okay? Not in your mouth. She is a little obnoxious about getting her bridle on, mostly because she wants to eat the whole thing. And she's got an itchy head. Not in your mouth. Thank you. There's one ear. Right. And there's the other ear. Ah! We got it. Find our throat latch here. All right. And get this behind your ears instead of sitting on your pole. Thank you. Snap into our gullet ring there. And remove your halter. So at the moment, she's just working on a side pull setting. All right, let's give you something to do, shall we? Yeah, let's. Oop. You can wait a hot second. Whoop. Yep, back. Back. I didn't tell you could go. Halo, walk. Okay. Now we can go. You got it. I know. The camera's under an umbrella and she's staring at it. Oh, really? Oh, yeah, the dogs are barking at you, too. Big old noisy buses. Dogs barking. Life is hard when you're 2. Yep. Life is hard when you're 2. Not quite 2. She's 2 next month. G. You got it. G. Yep, walk on. I know, it moves just a little bit. So my Pivo's set up with the umbrella, and neighbor dogs are barking at her. So we're just feeling a little overwhelmed today, aren't we? We've got the umbrella going. Oh, we got more big trucks passing us. Walk on. I know, the Pivo keeps moving to follow you. And there's just enough breeze to move that umbrella enough for her to notice. You got it, babies. So we have a bunch of distractions that she's kind of taking cues from today. I know. You know, sometimes she's kind of cutting in on me. And a lot of times our natural thought is when they start cutting in, we're gonna walk on, move towards the hip and give her space to move. And that's actually kind of the opposite of what you want to do, because that outside line is the one that's going to help guide her back to the outside. So, I know. If she cuts in, I'm actually just going to go straight backwards and take up that outside line. Walk on, to guide her back out. I know. So like here. There we go. Good girl. G. Yep, step G. There's a good girl. We're going to go ha now. Good. So she definitely needs to spend more time working out here. I've not put as much hours into her at this stage as I did her brother, hoping to remedy that and catch her back up. Really? Really? Little Miss Squealy Pants. Walk on. Yep. Halo, walk. Again, she cuts in. Take up that outside rein a little bit. You got it, girl. So she's one that is a little more prone to kick up her heels if something's bothering her. And that's something we're just going to have to keep in mind and keep track of through her training. So we're not really going to do much. Come on, there we go. Well, obviously she's not ready to start pulling the tire yet. She's not quite 2. But we want to be sure she's mostly through this kicking at things stage before we hook the tire, before we hook her to false shafts, etc. and so forth. So she needs to be good about the trace carriers tapping her. She needs to be good about me taking a hold of that outside line if I need it, regardless of what speed she's going, and not have her kick up and kick out at it. Now, some of this is just general, baby's got a little energy. At this point, I've been typically lunging her a little bit before I long line. And today, walk on. We just went straight to the long lining. And it's been about a week, walk on, since she last did something. So, walk on. Babies that sit around tend to be a little more prone to having excess energy and squeals. So, how babies? I'm not too concerned about her speeding up right now. I'm just allowing her to use the extra energy she has. Walk on. Hey, and keep her moving. There's a good girl. Walk. Halo. Walk. Yep. I know there's somebody over there across the street there doing stuff, huh? Has nothing to do with you. Walk on. Yep. Keep working. Yep. 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 Good girl. Yep. Yep. And walk. Walk on. Ha. Yep. Ha. So even when I get a little strong with her here, you notice I kind of bump her off of it. I'm not holding super steady on that inside line to try and just hold her in position. I'm trying to ask her to be there and stay there. So she partially reacted to the sound of the lines bumping around on the plastic. Yep. You got it, babes. Out. Out. Come find us, little people. See? Right there. There we go. Okay. Peebo has found us again. All right, Halo. I know. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. There's a good girl. Okay. We're going to grab your lead rope over here, Bibs. Whoop. You're fine. All right. We're going to bring you over here. I know, things touching your legs. Whoop. Hi, babes. Now that we've warmed up a little bit, we've gotten some of the wiggles out, we're going to go ahead and grab our PVC pipe. So I currently have it just sitting here in front of her. And just like with the tire, we're going to start out just dragging it around her. Good girl. That looks good. What I usually do is I just plunk. Swap it that way. Get it on this side. Good girl. Okay, wanna check it out? If she shows any curiosity about it, I'm gonna let her go ahead and touch it, grab it, bite it. She can't hurt it. So when she's good with it just moving around in the U shape, and I've had some horses where I've had to go way far away and it takes a long time to get this close to them. So fortunately, she's seen this twice before. Not as big of a deal, just moving it around her. Now, one thing you want to be sure that you do as you introduce it is you want to bring it up like you're going to put a cart on them. So I'm going to bring it up all the way and then bring it down. There's a good girl. Yeah, you can check it out. Now we're going to swap sides. Doop. Good. See? And before I touch them with it, I'd be sure I touch my hand to them first. I'll put my hand on the false shaft PVC pipe. That way the first thing that touches her isn't like the sharp edge. Well, it's not really that sharp anymore because this one's been used a few times. But she's not just feeling that edge. Can you get your head out of there? Beck. Thank you. Let it hit the buckles and stuff. You can do this with them, you know, just with a halter on. It doesn't have to be in full harness or anything to start with. So, now this is much easier with a short horse, but when you introduce it towards the hip area, what you want to do is you want to angle it across the buttock so that you're not going to poke him in the butt with it. So I've got it angled across her butt. Hey, babes, I'm going to start as high as I can. Touch, rub, slide down. Good girl. Touch, rub, slide down. Where they're gonna have the most problems, most horses, is as you get close to that hock joint. A lot of them are okay with it on the fleshy hip area, fair on the gaskin. Every once in a while you get one about midway between the stifle and the gaskin, they'll feel a little bit weird about it. But if you're gonna have a problem, it's usually when it hits that hock. So, hello. Still here, babes. Hi. Up, roll, slide down. Good girl. And then we repeat it on the other side. Up high, just like you would with the cart. Bring it down, kind of have my hand in between, but still let it rub and hit the buckles. Let it just rub her. Angle it across her hip. Hey babes, it's coming. Up high, even touching the crooper. If I were a little taller and she were a little shorter, I'd do basically just the top of her butt and slide it down here. But we're gonna slide down. Good, gaskin's good. Slide down. All right. I know. Next phase. Back up. Back. Back. Now that you've gotten yourself a drink and dumped out all the water, okay. So, whoop. What we're going to do next is we're going to ask her to yield to the stick. So we're going to get it up beside her body. Hand on the tip so it's not poking into her. Touch. And we're going to ask step G. Step G. Little nudges. Halo. G. Good girl. And hopefully we've done our homework enough that when we ask this, she steps over, right? Halo, step G. Oh, I know it touched you. That's not how you get rid of it, though. All right. Obviously, that's the spot we need to work on, isn't it, babies? Whoop. So, and if a horse is going to have an issue with the pole, it's going to be there as it touches that hock gaskin area. And say hi. Step G. Halo. Step G. There you go. Good girl. See? Not so bad. Whoop. Bring this over again. Line up. Touch her. Let her know it's there. All right, Halo. Step G. Yeah, that's not how you do it. There. Good girl. Good. So there she kind of half-heartedly tapped it, and then she yielded, so I pulled it away. As I said, she's one that's a little bit more easily offended by things touching her back end. Can you step G? Good girl. Back this way. And do it again. Little front view here. Line it up. Let her know it's there. Halo, step G. Yep, G. Good girl. Whoop. Whoop. Good. No, that's not your signal to go. Good. Touch her with it, let her know it's there. Ugh. Contact. Yeah, no, that's not how you get rid of it, honestly. It's not. Step G. That really isn't how you get rid of it, babes. All right, so we're gonna have to do a little bit more work here. This is gonna, there we go, good girl. Ooh, good. Yes, kind of. Good girl, good job. So for her, we're gonna have to do some targeted. You yield to this thing and not kick the crap out of it. So, start up high, step G. There you move with a little bit of opinion. Ugh. Start up high. Good girl. Hey. Step G. Yes, good girl. There you go. Okay. Whoop. We're going to go a little bit lower this time. I guess we could also do, instead of G, we can bring her nose a little bit towards me and ask over. Yeah, over. Yes, good girl. So instead of doing the harder thing, which is asking for that pivot turn where she's looking and stepping that hip over towards the nose, we're going to make it a little easier for her. Bring it up where I can control it if she doesn't step on herself. Halo, whoop. Thank you. Good girl. Little nose towards me. All right, Halo. Over. Yes, good. That's better. That's better. Still a little opinion, but better. And 99% of the horses you work with, you're not going to have to do this with. Huh, babes? Can I get your nose a little bit? Good. Whoop. No, that wasn't it. Asking you to stand. Good girl. Yeah. Yeah, there's the pole. All right. Over. Yeah. And this is a rinse repeat until we get a better response, huh, babes? Over. Good. See? And typically it's, if I get 2 good ones in a row, I'm going to quit. I'd like to see her just step over and not give me all of her opinions about it. There you go. But we may have to just be content with her not kicking it away. There you go. Good girl. I know, it's so obnoxious. Oh, you're fine. Woo. Woo. There's a good girl. Touch your butt. So if she's moving too much, I go to touch her with it and she keeps moving. I'm going to just hold it there. There you go. Good girl. To let her know that, hey, this isn't, just because it touches you doesn't necessarily mean you move. Oop. When I ask you to move, you move. Can you not? Hey, whoop. Back up. Back. 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 Thank you. One more. Back. And part of this is just being a baby, and being inattentive and wanting to walk off. There you go. Good girl. Good. Good girl. Whoop. No, that's not what I wanted. Back up. Back. Back. Hey, hey. Pay attention. Back. Pay attention. I know, there's so many things going on, huh? Halo. Good. It can touch you. Good. Halo, over. Good. All right, one more like that and we'll call it quits, okay? So sometimes you have to back off a little bit too. There, I was a little higher up on her gaskin, just so that we can find a better stopping point or a faster stopping point. Good girl. Halo, over. Good. Okay. Let's try the other side, shall we? Can we set it up on your back? There's a good girl. So the first time I did this, setting it up on her back and having her stand still was, can you not? Was not a thing that we could do, huh? So that's an improvement. Halo. Hold up, Bibs. Get back here. Wanderer. Thank you. Whoop. So with her left side, we had troubles with the hip. I'm not going to try and ask her to step ha here. I'm just going to do the same thing I did on the other side, asking her to yield her butt away from the pipe. Ha, Bibs. So we're going to touch first. Be sure we're good with things being touched. Whoop. Hey. Whoop. Back up. Yeah. Hey, hey. Back up. Back. Back. Yep. Back. Hey, hey. Back. Back. Whoa. You can stand. I know, you can. You are physically capable of standing. Good. All right. Can we get you over? Yes, good girl. Good job. I know. Itchy head. Rude child. Can I get you to step a little bit with that butt? Thank you. I know you're wearing it on your head. I know. Halo, over. Good. Whoop. Can you not? One more. Whoop. Hey. Stand. Good girl. Halo, over. Good. So what I'm seeing here a little bit is it's not quite touching her gaskin hip area. It's actually still on her belly a little bit, so I'm going to have to adjust where it's on her. Sorry, babe. I'm going to have to angle it out just a little bit more so I can get it more on that target spot. Over. Good girl. Very nice if you're not being a monster, huh? All right, last one on this side, babes. Whoop. Whoop. Back. Back. Could you not? Hey. Back. Whoop. There's a person here. Stand. Need to angle. Whoop. Yeah, stand. You are capable of standing. Whoop. That doesn't mean go. Good girl. Halo, over. Yes, good girl. I know, that one had a little opinion attached to it. Halo, over. There you go. Okay, good enough for that side. Whoop. Now, because she was so much more on this side, we're going to do 2 more on this side and call it a day, huh? Yeah, 2 more on this side and call it a day. You know, this goes whoop much faster if you stand still. Whoop. Halo's going to touch your butt. Halo, over. Good girl. Whoop. Whoop. Thank you. Whoop. Back up. Back. Thank you. Stand. Oh, babies. Back. Stand. Halo, over. Yes, good girl. Okay. We're gonna call that good enough. So there's lots of things we can do with the PVC pipe, huh, Halo?